It wasn't always pretty, but the Sooners got it done. I'm Barry Trammell, along with OU writer Ryan Aber. We're here at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, where on Thursday night, Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State in a Bedlam quarterfinal of the Big 12 tournament, 64-49. Sooners got it going in the second half after a fairly atrocious first half, Ryan.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It wasn't pretty on either side, but Oklahoma really struggled from the floor. They were playing decent defense, but LeBron Nash got going early for Oklahoma State. That got them out to a little bit of a margin. OU just couldn't hit anything. They come back in the second half, shoot 50%. Buddy Hield gets them going on a 12-0 run that put them ahead for the first time in the second half, scored 8 points during that stretch, three-pointer, back-to-back free throws, really got this thing going. But also Tayshaun Thomas struggled in the first half for the most part, wasn't quite as aggressive as we've seen him at times, and he figured that out in the second half, although Oklahoma State said they just stopped going to the right side with him, and that opened up some things for Thomas.
Give Oklahoma State credit. The Cowboys have a couple of perimeter guards, Anthony Hickey, Jeff Newberry, that really play great defense. Newberry particularly has made life rough for Buddy Hield, but Buddy came through in clutch time, as you mentioned. He only 5 of 15 shooting, but 3 of 6 from three-point range. Those deep balls, Sooners didn't take a ton, but they made 5 of 11. Really seemed to put OU over the hump.
Yeah, only hit 1 in the first half as a team, and that's really been the key for this team offensively the last couple of years. But Buddy hit a couple. Isaiah Cousins, who struggled really bad in the first half, hit a couple in the second half that got them going, and that was able to extend the margin there once they got ahead. And then in the final minutes, it was all over.
So that great victory for Oklahoma. It gets sort of the onus off of Lon Kruger. 0 wins coming into tonight in the postseason. He has that monkey off his back. Let's see what Kruger and the Sooners had to say.
Two different halves. Really good win. Proud of our guys for hanging in there. First half we just didn't have much going. Didn't have much activity on either end of the floor. But yet I liked our guys' comments. I thought their attitude, their focus at halftime was good, very positive. They were anxious to get back out there, and then their play showed that. Much more active defensively in the second half, created some offense from defense, pushed the ball a lot more aggressively, and made a lot more plays for each other. So proud of the guys. Good win over a good Oklahoma State club.
It was just us thinking too much. I think it was just like we got the ball in certain spots that we know we could score, like the ball where we wanted to. It was like we just started to slow down and start thinking like, oh, what should I do? Doing that kind of caused us not to be aggressive. And I just think, I don't know if it was just jitters or anything. It was just, I just feel like everybody on the court was playing like, well, everybody on our team was playing like that in the first half.
I was attacked a little bit, I get a couple of fouls called, and I was able to knock down some free throws and focus, I helped. I think my free throws, making 2 free throws in the early second half helped me do 2 threes down because I feel rhythm in the rim, and I feel a good rhythm, and I'm going to shoot better tomorrow. I promise you that.
No, not bad.
A postseason victory for Oklahoma basketball under Lon Kruger. How'd that feel?
Great. We've been wanting it for this is our 3rd year now. We've been needing one, and I think we've put in the work the last 3 years, and it's finally paid off.
Had you guys seriously paid attention to that? I mean, was that kind of under your skin a little bit?
Yeah, I think so, because we've the last 2 years we've been playing pretty good going into the Big 12 tournament, and then we end up laying a dud. So tonight we started off a little bit slow, but we knew we didn't want to lose this game and go home again.
Hey, you said yesterday that once you finally were able to break through this, things would get going for you. Is that what you feel like, that it's finally lifted?
We didn't have our best game tonight, but I think we got in a rhythm at the end, and we'll be ready to play Iowa State tomorrow.
Coach had said that this team is more equipped, and you guys had all known that, to win in the postseason. This seemed like a perfect game to exemplify that way. We didn't play well to begin, but still there at the end.
Yeah, defense won us our game tonight. That's what we've been doing all year, and I think if we keep playing defense, then we'll win more games this year.
Tell me about Iowa.
So now the Sooners are in the Big 12 semifinals. Iowa State on Friday night. A couple of interesting games, Ryan, against the Sooners and the Cyclones this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. These two teams, when they face off against each other, like to get up and down the court, but the Sooners had that bad taste in their mouth from the game earlier this month in Ames, where they led by 20 points with 15 minutes left and let that game slip away on a 22-0 run. So Oklahoma definitely wants another shot at the Cyclones.
We'll find out what happens Friday night. Stay tuned for further OU basketball coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.